Basically, this one is a hands-on session. In this session, we will cover a revit project, how to start a design, and which template we need to use, and creating grids and modifying the grids. Then the architecture elements such as walls, floors, roofs, etc., how to add them and even how to modify them. And for that modification, we'll be using different tools, trim, move, rotate, like what the tools which I listed over here. And we will be modifying revit elements and even the family. We'll be adding different families, doors, window, and even the furniture, and we will modify those according to our requirement in the project. Let's get started with the revit. So, as I mentioned earlier, whenever we need to start a new project, just go to new. In that, here we are dealing with the architectural component. So, I'm choosing architecture template and just hit OK. So, this is the working window. Whenever we start a project, we need levels. Okay. So, these are the levels available in this project, level 1, 2, and we need to make some adjustment. We can make it as ground level, and even the footings we can add one level, and level first floor and the roof level. So, if you want to add something like that, so one way, so we can create a section view and just go to that particular section view, just extend the view range. Here, 2 levels are available. But we need to add one more level. For that, just go to architecture level, and then here automatically it's showing some dimension, right? Just make it at 14 feet. Just add one more level. So just press escape and one more escape. Okay. And here we need to make some adjustment. So first level, like this level, I'm renaming it as ground level. So for that, just zoom in and just click it and make it as ground level. Okay. Yes. So do you like to rename the corresponding views? Yes, I want to rename that also, so that it will reflect over here. I'm just hitting S. So it's renamed automatically here. Here I'm making it as first floor. Yes. And this one, instead of level 3, I'm making it as roof. So we created 3 levels. And this, I'm checking the gap between each level. For that, we have option, this dimension measure. So here, if you, there are like different options. Like in the annotate, if you go, we can measure it, align. This is one option. And there is a shortcut for it. So if you click DI, we can add the dimensions. Okay. So if I want to modify the levels, for that, you can just click particular level, then make the changes in the dimension. So I wanted to make it as 14 feet. So this one also, I want to make it as 14 feet. Okay. So you can keep this dimension, or else you can delete this also. So this way we can add grid. So if you want to add one more grid, so for that we can go with create similar option. Instead of every time, instead of going here and selecting the level, what we can do is we can go with the create similar option. For that we have a shortcut CS. So whenever I mention some shortcut, what you can do is you can list, make a note of it and note down somewhere in a notebook, or like you can add that in a Word file or something, so that you can refer this and later you can use whenever you do a project. So this one I'm making it as footing or something. Okay. So we got all the levels. So we can do one thing, we can pin everything, so that we can, so in some cases when we move something like this, it will affect our model. So to avoid those issues, what we can do is we can select everything. So if you want to check which all elements you have selected, so go to filter and uncheck the dimension, just hit OK. So we selected only the levels, and you can just, with this you can pin it. So for selecting anything, you can select from here or from here also. 2 options are there. For that, just click the left button of your mouse and just select like this. Okay. Then go back to ground floor. Then we need to create grids. So basically why we are creating grids is, so these are the control lines. The site, they can make these control lines and they can add all the elements from this control line. So this way we can add grids. So for now, like I added 3 grids. Okay, so actually I wanted to add 4 grids. So we can try some other option also. So as I mentioned earlier, we want to create something similar to this. Just click this one and press CS. It's create similar. So there is another option, pick line. So we can pick some line at some particular offset. I'm making it as 10 feet. So if I click 10 something, like it will create offset in either direction. The top and even the bottom, you can see it, right? So I'm making it like this. Then I'm just measuring it. So if you see this, this is 32 feet. I'm changing this one to some 10 feet. Selecting this one, I'm making it as 10 feet. Select this and 10 feet. So like this way, I added 4 grids, horizontal, and like even the vertical one also I need to add. So for that, grids, adding it. So here I'm following 1, 2, 3. So these vertical grids, I wanted to add it as ABC. So A, we can make an offset. Just click create similar, then offset of 10 feet. Then just click it like this. Okay. Then so we created all the grids. If you want to adjust this within the view range, we can. So just clean up. So this is how we are creating grids, and like how so we did some modification also. This way we need to create levels and grids whenever we start a project. And this one we can filter it out and we can just pin it. Okay, all the grids. So if I try moving this, I'm not able to move it. You can see this, right? I'm selecting with the help of mouse and I'm trying to move it. I'm not able to move it. Okay. So here in the bottom, we can adjust the scale. So here if you adjust it, we are not able to see it properly. So we can use some other scale, a bigger one. Okay. So this one make it as fine. This one we make it as shaded. This one, when we add walls, we can explore it properly. So for now, just start with walls first. For that, go to architecture, wall. So these are some of the options already loaded in the project. So we can start with any of these. I'm just choosing generic 6 inches. So let's start with the walls first. There I will explain all the modification tools. So I created a wall. And then, if you, as I mentioned earlier, we have create similar option CS. Then we can create a wall like this. Okay. Then again, if I want to make some wall, we can make it like this. Okay, this is how we are creating a wall. Okay, so for some reason, I wanted to modify this one. Okay, so for now, I'm adding one more wall here. Okay, so we can start with align. Okay, so I created a wall, horizontal wall like this, and even one wall is here. So, but I want to align this particular wall with respect to this one. Okay, so I want both to be in a single line. For that, we can use the align option for alignment. So there is, say, so you can see this video, right? So there is a shortcut AL. So for that, I'm just clicking this and just clicking this. So both are aligned in a single line. Okay. Then the next option is, so we need to create an offset of this wall. Like means if I wanted to make a copy of this wall again, for that, we can go with the offset option. There is option to add a dimension. So I'm making it as 12 feet. Okay, so I made different copy. So you can see, so this warning is because the same wall is copied over here. If I click here, so we can make a number of walls like this. So I'm just deleting it, or else just keep it for that. This one, undo. Okay, so if you want to mirror something, okay, so if you want to mirror a building, this building to some other location, for that, this mirroring tool is there. So for this one, we need to pick an axis to mirror. Okay, let's try that. Just I'm selecting all the walls. I'm just going in. I'm selecting this one as an axis and just mirrored it. So it's exactly similar to this one. Control Z, and I will repeat it again because these walls were clashing. So just I'm deleting it and selecting all the walls available. Then go to mirror option. So here we have mirror with an axis. So mirror. So here I selected axis. Okay, so we created. And similarly, if you want to make a copy of this one here. So in case of some colonies and all, the villas, everything, like almost all the buildings are looking similar, right? So if we have a center road and like all the buildings will be same, for that case we can use this option. So for now, I wanted an axis. Okay, draw. So I will draw an axis and I will mirror it. Okay, so this is another option. Okay, then the next one, we can trim and extend. So if I wanted to make it join these two, we can go with this option. This one, trim and extend. Select this wall, select this. So we made a join. So then we select this, select this, select this, select this. So we made a join. Okay. If you want to extend this wall till here and we want to make like join, like extend like this, for that, what we can do is just I'm doing Control Z, selecting this trim, just selected this wall and this one. So we trimmed it. And similarly this one and this one. So we made a connection. Okay. So this is the trim and extend single element. So if you want to trim and extend multiple element, just select this one. So if I want to extend this wall and even this wall till here, the option is just select this, just select this and select this wall. So with this help of that, we can add multiple elements. Okay. Then other option is, so we already covered align, offset, mirror, both the option. So if you want to split something, so if you want to create an opening, okay, so we can go with the split option. So we splitted the wall. So just press escape, and if you want to delete it, you can delete it. Okay. This is one split option. Another split option is split with gap. So when we split something, the gap will be there. You can see the gap, right? So that gap will be there. Then this pin, unpin and pin, I already explained. So these grids we already pinned with the help of this. So if for some reason, if we want to adjust the grid, we can unpin this. Okay. And the next option is rotate. So if you want to rotate this wall or any element, you can select this, then go to rotate. You can make some angle here, 45. So remove constraint. So we rotated the wall. So we can delete the dimensions also. Okay. So always check, read the warnings properly and make the changes according to the warning. And this is the copy. So for some reason, if you want to copy this entire thing to some other location, select everything, just hit copy, then pick 1 point, and then pick 10 points. So we can copy like this. So if you want to copy this n number of times, then just split this multiple. Just select an axis. Just copy, copy, copy. This is an option. Sorry, I'm resuming. So like this way, we can copy different elements. So if you want to move something, so select all the elements, or even we can do that for a single. So we can move from one location to another, select this one, pick a point, then pick the end point. So here we had already one more wall. Like we can try again. Move. Okay. So this is how the move tool is working. So we covered like almost all the things, like necessary things that we use for the walls. Okay, so other one important thing is like, so here for some reason I want to change the wall type. So I'm just selecting this and just making it as generate. So you can see the difference, right? And I wanted to make these three walls are same. For that, we can select the match type. Okay, so match type, there is a shortcut MA. So this one and this one, this one, this one. So like this way, we can change the properties. Okay, this is how we are making changes in the walls. Similarly, we can make the changes in the roof using the modification tools. So we can try creating a small plan view, like we can create a small 2-story building. So I'm going to architecture wall. In that, I'm just selecting the masonry wall as our exterior one. I'm simply creating a view. So here I wanted to add some, this is an exterior skin, and I wanted to add interior wall. For interior partition wall, like I'm choosing this partition wall, like 35 by 8, D1 by 8. This one I'm moving a little bit here. Now I'm adding one more wall in the middle. So for that I'm using create similar option. So this one I want to align with this particular wall, so that I'm using AL for align. Okay. So here so this create similar. I'm just adding here, adding one more wall over here. So that's almost done with the adding wall part. I'm just selecting. So always whenever we add, we can make the constraint till what height we need. So all these walls are 20 feet, but I don't want 20 feet height. So what I'm going to do is I'm selecting all these. I'm just filtering out solely walls. Base constraint is ground level. That means it's starting at ground level. The top constraint, I'm making it as first floor. And so this is the height of the wall, 14 feet. Okay. So we added all the walls. So the next step is we need to add a floor. So for that, go to floors. You can go to architecture for floor. For this, either way, we can add it as a rectangular one, or else we can use the create line option, and or we can use the pick line option. So this one is looking like a rectangle, right? Here we can make it as a sit out or something. So I'm just going with this rectangular one, and let me, okay. You just select it and just see it's ground level. So it's right. Okay, so we created floor. So similarly, we want a floor at level 2 also, right? First floor. So for that, just select this, then copy the clipboard and paste the selected levels. We can select the levels. So just select, we want it at first floor. Just hit OK. Okay, so we added all the walls and we added floors. Then we want to add roof. For that, we need walls and everything at first floor as well, right? So before that, we can try adding some families. Okay, we can try adding doors, windows, etc. So when we copy this one to the next level, it will be easy for us. Okay.